Welcome to this episode of the Be Happy Now show. I'm Lisa, part of Claudia-Sam's team. In this previously aired episode, Claudia-Sam has a powerful conversation about the balance between certainty and trust. Have you ever felt the need to plan every detail of your life, only to feel weighed down by the need for control? This episode will guide you through shifting from the need for certainty to creating space for trust. Trusting the universe, trusting yourself, and allowing things to fall into place without force. Let's explore how to release the grip of fear and doubt and step into the energy of ease and flow. Enjoy!
Welcome to the Be Happy Now show. Flex your soul connection muscle and be your inner guide to fulfillment and purpose. I'm Claudia-Sam. If you know that you're here for a bigger reason, this is the place to be. Together, we ditch the self-care guilt and quit the go with less fear and more trust. Tune in to living life in alignment with your full potential. The Be Happy Now show starts now.
Okay, we get to have a conversation now on the distinction between certainty and trust. And if you're the kind of person who often wants to plan and have a strategy or, have your ducks in a row and know where you're going, that can probably, so the word certainty might feel really comfortable for you. It might feel like, okay, certainty is like putting on the pants of comfort and choosing comfort just because, well, when we have a plan, when we know where we're going, when we have the schedule laid out, it feels really certain. Like I know what things will happen throughout the day, hence I feel safe. And that's great. That might be you. P.S. That used to be totally me. And still sometimes today I play with that part of me who really wants to feel safe, having certainty everywhere all around. And I want to have today's Be Happy Now show episode about the flip side of certainty, which is trust. And trust as in, well, we don't need certainty because if the universe creates miracles, if the universe works all perfectly without planning or scheduling or the controlling need of the ego, then I can trust that everything will fall into place without having to hold a tight grip on making sure things work the right way. Does that resonate with you? So in the Be Happy Now show episodes, you will find one of the episodes at the beginning in November or December 2021 about letting go of the how. And I've been having these conversations, even with my coach, with myself, with my soul, and with you, that the how has us stay in, I need to know the answer. I need to do it right. This is the right way to do things. So tell me how. And instead, and I've noticed lately that is totally giving like low vibe energy space. It's like choosing to be in low vibe worry. And so I feel like choosing certainty over trust, personally has me stay in a low vibe. Like when I say low vibe, I also mean anything that would be low hertz, low frequency, like at the 20 hertz, at the 20 hertz level is like shame. And then as you go up a little bit in a few hertz, you get guilt, and then you get fear at about 100 hertz. And then you get anger at 150 hertz. And then you get courage at 200 hertz, love at 500 hertz, peace at 600 hertz. Okay. So when I personally am feeling like when I choose certainty, when I choose to focus on the how, when I choose to have certainty of what will happen and how it will go and what dates I will go to New Zealand and which date I will go, where I will stay, what I will pack in what boxes and which suitcases and, who I will meet. And all of this gives more energy, is me giving energy to certainty instead of trust. That is also me choosing the contraction energy of like fear, of doubt, of worry, instead of a little bit higher for courage, instead of the expansion energy of love, of acceptance, of peace. And so trust for me is high in these hertz, like near the joy, the peace, the love, like between 500 and 600 hertz. Maybe it's even higher. If you Google like Abraham Hicks emotion, or energy frequency scale, you're going to get this. Okay. You're going to get this information. So it's not like directly from my brain. Okay. This is shared information, available info. And why I felt called to bring this conversation to you today is that I know that this is a dual energy that is very present in a lot of my clients' lives. It's also present in my community. I hear people wanting to set up projects and they put so much love and positive energy in their creative and business projects to work. And then in the back of their mind, there is the need for certainty, the need for signups, the need for contracts, the need for specific money to come in, the need for the pat on the back telling you that you're doing a good job. That need for certainty keeps the vibration low instead of giving space for trust. So today I just want to invite you, do you feel like sometimes, invite you to check in, tune in to noticing the thoughts of worry, of doubt, of fear that could keep you in an energy of needing certainty. And therefore, that could keep you in an energy that is low vibe and that is not supporting the trust portion that is accessible to you. When we choose trust, and I'm using my personal experience right now, and if you're listening to the Be Happy Now show, you might know that Pierre Michel, my boyfriend, and we have asked for the residency in New Zealand since 2019. And after the pandemic happened and the country's closed, well, our request for residency got totally put on hold. So we bought a house here in Quebec in Eastern Canada. And in October of 2022, we got a letter from Immigration New Zealand that said, hey, it's a go. You're approved under the condition that we approve your identity and that you send us your passports. And then we have that verified and then you'll be good to go. Well, what's happening now is that even though that letter got sent and we are technically approved, it's somehow papers got lost in the tracks. And one of us, so Pierre Michel's papers were like his passport was approved, validated. Yes, that's him. That's really his identity. And for me, nope, that's not happening. So this is super intimate information in the sense that I'm saying this to you and you're like, I'm welcoming you into what's really happening in the behind the scenes. And I could spend really a lot. I could spend a lot of energy trying to get certainty. When will I go? What exactly happened? I could go into blame. Who did not do their job? I could choose to call Immigration New Zealand every day and be up there, and I could be on it and nurture the energy of worry and doubt. And I could choose to trust. Instead of needing the certainty, I could choose to trust that, this is just a big puzzle. Something got lost somewhere. And well, guess what? This just gives me more time to pack boxes. It gives me more time to play around and to enjoy the winter here. It gives me more time to say goodbye to my house. It gives me more time to nurture the idea of the transition. And so I trust that this is for my highest good, that this is for the highest good of all. And, even the week that I'm recording this episode right now, there were floods in New Zealand. And so maybe we weren't meant to arrive in New Zealand when there were big floods because we're meant to flow through in an easy way. I don't know. And as a human, humans are meaning makers. Okay. I could choose to make other meanings too. And yet I don't need to. So I'm choosing the trust that it's all going to work out. Because, so this is the thing today that I was opening my awareness to. something out loud I said was, I have to trust because I have no other choice. My amazing friends who are renting our house are going to move in by a specific date. And so I could choose to panic, and I could choose to want certainty and give way to those low vibe frequencies of contraction energy, or I could also choose expansion. I could also choose trust, and that's what I'm choosing. I don't need to say, I'm trusting because I have no choice. No, I actually have a choice, and I'm choosing to trust because it's so much easier. It's so much more fluid. I heard this conversation between Oprah and Marianne Williamson once, where, let me see if I can remember properly. Marianne Williamson was saying something like, love the person you're in conflict with. Send healing and forgiveness and loving vibes to the person who's triggering you, whom you're in conflict with. And Oprah was saying, but it's so hard to do that. And she said, oh, it's harder to be angry and to be enraged by the other person and the situation than it is to be loving and peaceful and forgiving. So it really opened my awareness up and thinking, oh, it's true. It's actually not easier to be in fear and doubt and anger. It's easier to be in joy and in peace because the body doesn't have to work so hard to contract and create tension in the body. So the soul connection coaching question I have for you today is, where is there place for trust in your life instead of looking for certainty? Where is there an opportunity for trust in your life instead of looking for certainty? And just breathe with that. Let that question sink in. Go play out in the world and let the answer come to you in perfect timing. That is the trust. Thank you for listening and for being here. And if you feel like you want to practice more trust and you want to be in alignment with that part of you who is here to trust, then I invite you to align a tune-in journey to reconnect you with your soul self. That is where we get to practice also the lessons of A Course in Miracles in a tangible way that has you feeling aligned in a consistent way without having to read a book that can be heavy and daunting to do on your own. And so we're not going to go through the book lesson by lesson. I'm simplifying it for you. And it's a year container where alignment gets to be your focus so that you can get out of the ego running the show of your life and instead choosing the soul, the trusting energy, the heart and intuition energy to guide you forward through life for your highest good so that you can live in alignment with your soul's purpose and so that you can fulfill your mission here on earth. I'm so excited for you. If you're curious at all, just send me an email, cs@claudia-sam-soulcoaching.com. So CS are my initials. And then just send so CS at claudia-sam-soulcoaching.com. And the actual address will be in the show notes. I'm excited to see you, to chat with you. And if you still just want to be behind the scenes and look at what's going on in the world of soul connection coaching, then come to the You Have It In You free Facebook group. I would love to meet you there as well. Have a beautiful day. And may trust be the prevailing energy for you today.
You've been listening to the Be Happy Now show with me, Claudia-Sam. Flex your soul connection muscle and be your inner guide to fulfillment and purpose. You are worthy of being you and of connecting to what stops you from living the life you are meant to live. Access more soul connection coaching at claudiasamcoaching.com.